Now let's talk about finding revenue opportunities. And of course, once again, if you're just looking at your total revenue number, you're probably not going to know what to do. So break it down. So if we're looking at an e-commerce example, monthly gross revenue is going to be made up of the number of buyers times how much they're spending in the month. And we can further break down the number of buyers into the number of users who visit times their conversion rate into a buyer. And average monthly spend can be broken down into the average selling price times the average order size times the average number of orders. So these yellow boxes here are the revenue variables. Conversion rate, how well are we converting users? At what price? How many items do they buy at a time? And how often do they purchase? And we can actually combine these four things into one metric that won't be directly affected by changes in visitor volume, which is more of an acquisition thing. And we can use that to do some segment cuts. So let's say that we want to compare across different countries. And we might see that, okay, USA is our biggest market, but looks like Canada is doing much better in terms of RPV. So USA might be a good place to focus based on this data. It's the most impactful segment because it's the largest, and there's a good chance it can be improved because Canada is a fairly similar market. So you might want to set an improvement goal around USA RPV. And you probably want to isolate the issue. So if we break RPV back into its components, we can see that the average transactions per month were similar between USA and Canada. Average selling price was the same. Average order size was very close. And really, conversion rate is what was driving the lower RPV. So from there, you can ask, why would Canadian visitors convert at higher rates than Americans? Maybe you get some of them on the phone. You can also do some journey mapping to see where in the purchasing funnel USA visitors are dropping off. Is it the checkout page? Is it somewhere else? Another important segment that you should be doing is looking at new versus existing users. So for instance, you may be willing to take a hit on RPV for new users so that you can convert more of them into buyers. And then you can work to increase the monthly spend of those existing buyers. This is called a landing and expanding strategy. And if you get really good at this, you can experience what is called net negative churn. So let's say you have a cohort and you're increasingly getting better at monetizing it, and your average revenue per buyer is going up. You can actually start to outpace churn and generate more revenue from this cohort over time. So of the people that are retaining here, they are increasingly more valuable, and so your cohort as a whole is worth more to you than it originally was, which is really great for growth, as you can see from this graph. Okay, so to recap, break your revenue performance into its inputs to make things more manageable, segment your data to find opportunities as always, and remember that existing customers are a great segment to draw from for more value over time.